What's the point? We need to make.
Goffstown Conservation Commission meeting, September 28th. Present are
Susan Tucker.
Collis Adams, Selectmen's Representative.
David Neiman.
Patty Gale, staff.
Jean Walker.
Evelyn Miller.
Karen McCrae.
And first on our agenda tonight is a presentation of a project by Jessica Edmonds, a Girl Scout, and David Pierce regarding volunteering to make signs for hiking trails.
Hi, my name is Jessica Edmonds. I'm a junior at Goffstown High School, and right now I'm working to earn my Girl Scout Gold Award. So what that is it's the highest level award that someone of my age can earn. And what you have to do to complete it is identify a problem in your community that needs fixing and complete a project of 80 hours to benefit and complete that project. So the problem that I identified was that some of the trails on the Unconutic Mountains weren't well marked, or the signs were kind of tattered. Along with there weren't summit signs, so people didn't know where exactly the summit was. So what I did to solve that problem was I routed signs to put up on the trails and made summit signs to put up on the summits. So I routed all the signs and painted them, and then also I just have to put them up, and then I was planning on doing 2 days of trash cleanup, and just to kind of make people more aware of the signs and what's going on.
Very good. Would you like to just show us a couple of your signs?
I have a few. So there's these ones,
Awesome.
and then I have a summit one.
I'm just curious, are they going to have marks going from, you're saying this is the White Dot Trail? Boy, I haven't been on the mountain for quite a while. So are those still well marked? Do you need marks going up the trail also? Not signs, but maybe just
The dot's still there.
dot or something like that? I mean, are there, I remember there were some areas where you could
They
kind of
used to
get
be-
off a
If I could,
little bit.
David Pierce, 21 Mill Street, and I'm serving as Ms. Emmons' community advisor regarding her whole project. And yes, she and I walked every trail that is on both mountains, and we picked out which tree would be appropriate for the mounting of the sign. And basically, they're at the various intersections, so as you're coming up to some intersection, you know which one is the proper one to continue on. For the Conservation Commission, it primarily affects the Summit Trail, Incline Trail, Walker Trail. And Ms. Emmons also has permission from the village precinct for the trails all on their land to put these signs up. And that's how I got involved, because she approached them first, and they gave approval, and then she had to reach out for a community advisor.
She has a few more signs to go, right?
Yeah.
How many signs in total?
I believe there is around 50ish, plus or minus a few.
I wasn't bashful in picking out trees. We picked out an awful lot of intersections, and it was added to her workload, but she has done it all.
Excellent.
Great.
Very good. Do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so.
Does anybody else have any other
Need
questions?
to sign off on anything, or?
We're just, I believe she's just looking for your acknowledgement that she'll be putting the signs up, and you agree with that and don't have any concerns.
It's great.
No, I think it's great.
I think it's awesome. Nice work.
Nice job.
And they definitely need to be remarked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
There
this
is-
should take care of where they used to have a round, they were tuna fish can covers.
Yeah.
And they were painted white or blue. Or
Various people have put tin can tops
Those are old.
painted in various colors on some of the trails, but this is just signage
Sign.
at various intersections.
Susan?
I was going to ask, is there signage for parking? Is there any signage that allows people to park where you can park on Beck Mountain Road? Beck Mountain Road?
I believe
When-
there's at least like one area for parking for some of the trails, and we do have a sign that like people can see from the road saying parking for like
Oh, great.
I forget exactly what trail it is, but
There are a number of pull-offs on Mountain Road, and
Right.
if you go up there on any day of the week, any hour, and especially on the weekends, you will always see cars parked there. It's
Right,
both
but
mountains are very, but is there a sign that says parking for hiking? No.
Well,
At
isn't
at
there,
most of these parking areas, you immediately see a trailhead sign.
yeah, by the water precinct, where that comes out on the mountain road. Now, this is parking, but there's a big kiosk there. so-
Yes,
Yeah.
that was built by a water commissioner, and the map that's on there was drawn by me. In hiking every one of these trails with Jessica, I realized that my 3-year-old map is getting out of date. I saw a lot of other user-built trails, especially ATV or snowmobile trails. And so I have added to my workload to hike every one of these trails and do a new drawing for the water precinct bulletin board, plus there's a bulletin board you maintain at Mountain Base Lake.
Right.
Out of the incline trail.
Incline.
It has this map inside.
Well, your map is an awesome map, I just want to comment.
It'll be even more awesome when I update it.
That's accurate.
Thank you.
David, maybe we recruit him for other maps.
Thank you for your good work.
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
So
coming in.
does the commission need to sign something?
No, I don't think so. I just needed kind of like your like permission to do so.
Because it's conservation property.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay, it's not like the Boy Scouts where you do actually have to sign off on their,
Sound like it.
well, I think.
No, that's kind of more
David
his
Pierce
job, yeah.
is
Okay.
the advisor, so
Okay.
she's doing it through him and not through the Conservation Commission.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
We're
Well-
just seeking your acknowledgement that we are putting
And
up a sign.
also informing us what you're doing, so if
Yeah.
somebody goes up there, they know.
well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
Thank you.
Really, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
First
Very
one's
nice.
not here. The first one's not
So do I
here.
skip it?
I would skip it. Unless you want, and we can do it after.
Do
just
it
so
after.
that if the second people are here.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, Mario and
Remind you.
Gloria Pelletier, applicant owners, are seeking a variance to allow a 28 by 34 garage and a 16 by 20 breezeway, and a 14 by 16 deck to be built within the inner 50 of the 100-foot wetlands and surface water conservation district buffer. This concerns section 13.3.3.3 and 13.3.3.5 of the Goffstown zoning ordinance. The property is located in 46 Daniels Park Road, map 23, lot 17, zone residential. Would you state your names, please?
Mario and Gloria Pelletier.
Okay.
I'm
Would you
looking- oh,
like
here it
to
is.
present exactly what you plan to do, other than,
What we plan to do is,
Never did this before.
yeah, no, I know, it's okay.
build the 30,
We haven't either.
No.
They have copies too,
We
of
have
what,
copies.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They have Okay. copies
We
of
have
it.
copies.
we want to build a garage that, well, for 35 years, and now we're getting to it, with a deck out back, and a breezeway, and we've just been wanting to do it for a long time, and now that in the past, we could have done it without all of this, but in the buffer change of the right away from the brook to the, oh, we had to come for this.
So do you have is the river in front of you?
No,
So
we have
it's
a
a
look,
brook
a
behind
brook
us.
behind
Brook.
us, yes.
That's in front.
You should have a
In
plan that
back.
kind of shows it.
Okay, I see this.
I had a map.
Here we are.
We
Right here.
With
You
all-
have one in the packet.
we have
Okay,
one-
Oh,
we
okay.
have
that's
one.
the
There you
one
go.
with all the
Yep.
dimensions, correct?
Yes.
Yep, yep.
Okay,
I had the land surveyed, and
what's this thing?
that's how I got all these dimensions.
That's the garden.
Okay.
So what you're building
I
isn't
see.
going to be any
Yeah,
closer to the
okay.
brook than what you have already?
No, we have a pool that's closer to in the garden, and a shed that was, been there for years. Yes, well, all within, beyond the garage goes, abuts the house right at to the end, so, and the deck will butt up against the deck to the pool deck.
Yeah, so the existing pool and the shed are there, they are closer than where they're building.
I was just going to say, both of those are closer.
Yeah. And the zoning did change. It used to be 50 feet,
And now it's 100.
and now it's 100.
How many feet? There-
And this is the only thing that they need a variance for.
I can't tell. Is it?
This is maybe this show, I can't.
Tell.
It's done.
So the new deck is just
How-
going between the house and the existing pool.
That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say. That will be the deck.
Is the rest of the lot all, I should be directing this properly if it doesn't count.
Hey, David?
Is the rest of the property all lawn, or?
Is the rest of your property lawn?
Yes, it is. Well, lawn, unless you cross the brook, and on the other side, well, we just
It's
have
just
trees
woods.
and woods,
Woods and
yeah.
wetland.
Oh, I see.
All the area where the work is going on is already, it's, I mean, it's not in a natural state, it's in a lawn.
It's a lawn and not,
It's a lawn.
It's a lawn, yes. Lawn and garden,
Yeah.
vegetable garden.
And so part of the requirement when they go to ZBA is ZBA needs a recommendation from Conservation Commission.
so your deck is just kind of going out to your pool,
That's correct, yes.
and your breezeway is even with your house, and then your garage is going out probably even with your deck.
Yeah, probably not that
Not
far,
Not
but
quite that far.
close,
It's
yeah.
about half the length. It looks like it's about 7 feet out from the line of the house.
That's
About
correct.
half, yeah.
We have any comments?
I don't have a problem with it. I think if they've been there for 35 years, they're not going to start filling in the brook and.
That's our biggest
No, we've been there
Right.
for 40,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Wanted the garage
Wanted
for
the garage for
35.
35.
Okay, so,
That's the main concern we have, is people decide to start filling in
Oh,
around them, and you already have it as a lawn anyways.
right.
I suspect you're
So
taking
nothing-
nice care of your brook.
We do, we keep it clean and.
Nothing else will be disturbed other than the lawn, David?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that I think that the potential impact of these changes does not really have any significant impact on the spirit of the buffer for what we're trying to protect, because the deck is going between the existing house and the pool.
Right.
The garage, I mean, it is more impervious surface, but still, this is a residential lawn. It's not taking away
A wetland.
vegetation that's serving as a significant buffer or anything like that, so. It's
Thomas?
Concur. Yeah.
within the spirit of what the Conservation District is trying to accomplish, since this was already there before.
Yep.
So I would just, whatever statement I make, I just want to reflect that, so we're giving a solid reason for why it's okay.
Anybody else have any?
It's a very nice diagram with
Yes.
the measurements called out on it. Most of the time, we don't get anything as detailed as this, so it's very nicely
Oh, did
done.
you do
I
that?
did my best, took me a couple
Oh,
nights.
you did a nice job. It's very easy to see exactly what you want and what the length, yeah, that's very nice.
So we should put this to a motion, and
I move.
with any comments that we might have to go along to the ZBA?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we
Recommend?
Or that we recommend that this be approved because the material changes to the lot are on an existing residential lawn setting, and they have no significant ecological impact on the conservation zone, that the spirit of the ordinance is there.
We want to second that?
Or somebody can arrange that into more intelligible words.
Chad just seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Well, and congratulations, after 35 years, you got your garage.
You won't have to shovel snow off the windshield.
Oh, boy.
That's the plan, I will.
Thank you for coming to us,
So,
explaining it to us.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
So you know you still go to ZBA, and now they're gonna get this recommendation. They'll have that when you're at that meeting.
Okay, and that's the October 4th meeting.
That's their October 4th, yep, and that's the one that the public got notified for.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
all so
much.
very
You're
much.
welcome.
Good night.
Okay, let's go back to the first one.
Yeah, I called all these people and I emailed them, so,
We're going back up to the first one.
yeah, I don't know what, I was nervous about the first one, it may not show up. They're an elderly couple. They were really confused. So, I don't know if you want to start with that one in case any of them,
Yeah.
Rock?
The Rock?
No, I would,
I went down there and looked at that
Let
one.
me just read,
Okay,
let me,
read it.
read it for
Okay.
the minutes.
The applicants, Teresa and Howard Leonard, owners are seeking variance to allow a deck to remain that was built within the side setback, rear setback, and within the inner 50 of the 100-foot SIP lands and surface water conservation district buffer along mountain-based pond. This concerns section 4.3, 13.3, and 13.3.3.5 of the Goffstown zoning ordinance. Another variance is required as the non-conforming structure will be increasing in size and is located on a Class 6 road that is not town-maintained. This concerns sections 14.9.14.2.1, non-conforming structure of a Goffstown zoning ordinance. The property is located at 23 McFarland Road, map 42, lot 58, zone agricultural. Yes, Susan, you have visited
Well,
this?
I did go down. Nobody was home. I knocked on the door, but I just took a look around. And it's a deck. It doesn't impact the ground. It's not cemented under. It's just a deck on posts that attaches to the house, and I guess
But it's already there.
it was there. It was torn, they said there was a deck there. It was torn down because it was rotten, and they had to rebuild the concrete wall that supported the house.
But the deck is there.
Yeah, but
So the deck was, I guess there was a deck there at one time, but they had to take it down in order to rebuild
What she's saying is,
the concrete, the back wall of the house, which was
Well,
underneath the
this is
deck.
after the fact?
Yes.
yeah.
yes.
So now it's a new deck.
Oh, it is,
I think
it's
the
already,
only
already
surface
there.
the only surface it impacts are their, 2 or 3 footings. I guess it shows
That's
there
what I
3
didn't
footings right
understand.
there.
But,
oh, he's got some pictures.
but in the application states that it's an egress, and there are no stairs visible.
They're on the side, If you look at the picture, there's stairs
It's in the packet.
to the left side of the
Everything is wrong.
picture there. I think there's stairs. Well, they hadn't finished it yet. It was being,
I was just going to say, Patty said
They
they were,
got stopped, I
they got
think.
stopped.
Okay,
Oh, that's-
but the way the porch structure is built, there are 2 stringers out front where the cans are. That looks like the place where the stairs are going to go in.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but it,
Oh, I know what you're
I
saying.
thought they were going off the
Oh, it
end.
does look like there's a
but there are
board-
no stairs now.
No,
So,
I did not walk totally around the property because there wasn't anybody home. I had no permission. I walked,
right.
took a look from the side. I didn't really investigate closely. I can go back and look, but I just thought it's not a closed-in porch. It's not closed in underneath.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
deck.
I went by today, too,
Oh,
and I should have taken pictures, I just didn't do it. I thought there were stairs off the front part of the deck, but I can't be sure. And I can't tell from,
Would this be the front part of the deck where the cans are, where I'm thinking the,
Well, that might,
this is the wrong one.
Either side?
I can't find them.
well, I would say that if there are no stairs, that as long as they put the stairs to the side and not farther to the front, they wouldn't be any closer to the water.
But
You
Probably
can
not.
make that a recommendation to the ZBA.
Maybe they're not putting stairs.
But the whole application hinges on why they need that deck is for an egress, a second egress.
I know, I saw that, but I think.
So if it is a second egress, it has to be built properly with the stairs shown and everything else. Otherwise, I think we're giving permission to say go ahead without knowing what they're actually doing and where it's going.
Well, the building department still will require a permit, and Mark's gonna make them build to the codes, and they would be required to have stairs.
Right. But look, in this
Falls
other
under the
picture,
building department.
if they put the stairs out front, they're going to be in the water.
No, that's not,
That's not that close.
No, it isn't that close.
And the selectmen also have to grant approval for a building permit because it's on a Class 6 road, too.
Yeah, that was my thinking
On
right
this
there.
final image here, so is it this house in the center? Which shows essentially. Essentially, there was a porch,
Which house is
just
it?
more like a landing at the top of the stairs. And that must be
At one time, they were saying they had the full deck. They took it down, they repaired the wall. Then they had these like little small stairs just coming out of it. And then the gentleman who rents it took down the small stairs and built the deck to what it was before, is what they're saying. So there might be pictures showing like the little landing, and that has changed. So now they've started the deck that goes the full length of the house. Whether it's bigger than what was there before, it is new. Mark saw them doing it and let them know that they need to get a building permit. And then when we looked at it, we said they also need a variance, they need selectmen approval. Because it's, the lot's undersized and it's within the shoreline.
Getting the shorelines.
Would, if the existing original deck had still been there and they came in
They
and
could
said
have-
we want to replace it, would that then not have required?
After so many years, they still would have to, I don't know how long ago it was, we don't even know the size of what was there before.
But I think what you're saying, if they had come in before they tore the deck off and just asked to replace it, they would just,
If they placed it in
Wouldn't have been a
existing,
problem?
yeah, they still
Okay.
would have probably had to get permission from the selectmen, but
Yeah.
they would have been able to.
In their why a variance is required statement, replacement of porch that was there and had to be removed to replace the wall that was holding the house up, 30 feet from water. So if you're putting stairs out that way, you're pretty close to the water.
I think that's what we were saying, that they could put the stairs to the side.
side.
Which wouldn't put it out any closer to the water, if they put the stairs off the side.
the stairs go away from the water, but I'm not
Right.
positive, so I've got to.
What did you think? They were away from on the side? Yeah, Susan thought they might be on the side too, but.
I didn't walk all the way around.
Hmm?
I didn't walk all the way around.
You didn't walk around
I
there.
saw the view from here, but there were no stairs coming down the backside toward the water. I mean, there was nothing there.
There was nothing going
There
towards
was
the
nothing
water.
going toward the water, no.
So we could just.
No, but I mean, I think it needs to be stated that the stairs have to go to the side, to the road, to the front. I mean, the stairs need to be located
No closer
away
to the water.
from
No closer to.
No closer to the water
Right.
water.
than the deck.
Right.
I don't have the ordinance with me. I seem to recall, isn't there supposed to be a report from a wetland scientist that accompanies these requests?
When it goes for the outer to the planning board, that's required.
Outer 50 feet,
Yeah,
but nothing with the inner 50?
no,
That seems a little odd to me.
yeah.
That is very
Me
odd.
and John have talked about that. I'm like, I don't get that. And he brought it to them when they were doing their workshop. That
The
it's,
outer 50, but not
What?
the inner.
Not
I'm
the inner.
sorry. What is this again?
when they go to planning for a conditional use permit to build in the outer, because it doesn't get a variance, their requirement is to get a report from a soil scientist.
It's a-
But the inner 50, they
The
don't.
inner, they get a
The
variance
inner
from the
50?
They don't have to
ZBA.
do for the inner 50.
Is that
That needs to be.
our zoning reg?
That needs to be
Yep.
on, that needs to be on a to-do list.
That should be on a to-do.
That doesn't make any sense.
It was discussed at the last planning board meeting, and I don't think they want to change it.
Oh, wow.
I'll talk to the chair.
Because I had questioned that, I'm like, why is it like that? I mean, didn't make sense. You'd think on the inner one would be more stricter.
Well, yeah, the whole idea of the report is to demonstrate that there won't be any impact
Impact.
to the resource.
And the impact's going to be in the inlet 50 and more than
And
the
it could have been a
outer 50.
mistake when they did it, and it just got put in the wrong section, but
You're right.
it was brought up at the workshop last week.
And they didn't want to change it?
That's what the impression I got was that they were going to leave that alone.
That goes through the planning, too, not through us.
Yeah, but that's something the zoning could, I mean, anyone can make a recommendation. They'll have other workshops too. It's just something me and John kept saying, why is it backwards to
I think
us?
that's something we should pursue. This doesn't make any sense.
It is backwards.
Let's see.
It is.
Backwards. Okay, going back to the porch with
Well, I think you're right, it should come off the side.
the side. If the stairs came off the side,
Because in this other
right. It's just going to be that much closer.
Connect Explorer, it
Oh, I see
looks
what
like
you're
there
saying.
are stairs there.
I think that's an old picture, though.
I think so, too.
That's one
Well,
off
it's
the
dated
GIS.
11/22/12.
Oh, yeah, those are
I
stairs.
mean, that's 4 years ago, but, I
And
mean.
he said it, yeah. But the deck was built 10 years ago.
So how long was
Yeah.
the old deck original allegedly taken down?
I don't know. I mean, they have to be here to explain that, but they were
You
not.
said they were confused.
They were very confused about the whole process.
Well, recommendations on this one? The deck is there.
It's there, the deck is there, and everybody else has a deck there.
You said this wasn't any closer to the water than any of the others that you looked at.
It seemed to be. The house, either side of them has a deck.
So the only thing with the stairs coming off the deck should go no closer to the water.
Right,
Somebody
right.
has this house here.
Nothing closer to the
Nothing
water.
closer to the
Really,
water.
and some
Nothing
are
closer
very,
to the
very
water.
close. Yeah, okay.
Which is not a hardship.
No.
It seems fair enough.
Can you make a
Somebody want-
recommendation
some-
or a
Susan,
motion?
make a motion.
I move that we recommend that the deck remain, but the stairs come off away from the water to either side, so there's no further impact in the 50-foot. Like that?
Boy, if that's only a 2-by, does that look like
Stairs no closer to the
just a
water.
plain old 2-by?
There's no,
Or
okay.
is it a
Stairs no
4-by?
closer to the
Probably a
water.
4 by 4.
I would think, but boy, it
It's easy
sure
for
does
them to
look
understand.
skinny,
What?
doesn't it?
Yeah, the stairs not closer to the water. Yep.
Okay, somebody want to second that?
Sure.
All those in favor? All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm just curious,
Opposed?
Opposed, 1.
Abstained?
does that post look like a 4x4 or a 2x4?
4x4.
Really? Does it look like a 4x4 to you?
He's gonna have to fix that.
Okay,
You know, there was some issues the way it was
say a
constructed.
2x4 to me.
So I'm going
They
to
do
skip
look
down.
skinny.
They do look skinny.
I would go ahead and go to Alden after
Which would you do?
the shoreline permit, that one.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
Alden's
Well,
here
on
for
this
that.
picture, that's not a
That's what he's here
structural.
for, right?
Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, review of a shoreline permit application for Adam and Rebecca Osmond.
Did you take a
To
vote?
rebuild a house outside the 100-foot surface water buffer map 31, lot 21A.
Oh, I see. Yes,
11
okay.
Blue Jay Lane. State your name.
Yeah, this came in late, so you did not get any of
We don't
this in
have
the
anything.
mail, so Alden's here to explain it.
down
They
here?
are out of the 100-foot buffer.
I've got some extra plans too, if you want to take a look at, if you don't mind sharing.
Share.
We don't have a thing.
No, you don't have a plan, it's nothing that's before you, that's all planning board stuff.
Put that over.
Here you guys go.
Oh, you got one.
J Lane.
If you don't mind, a couple of those.
Where am I? I don't know. Really? Oh, Glen Lake, okay. Blue, huh, Blue J Lane. Blue J Lane. On Glen Lake.
It's down by Shirley Park.
Really?
Next to the rec center, so
Rec
if you know where the
center.
rec center is, that's Blue Jay Lane, you go in,
Oh, right.
you take, instead of left to the rec center, you take a right, and the lot's right there.
Oh, this goes
A
straight
lot
down.
that's been vacant for a long time?
There was a house, you'll notice on the plan there, I show a pre-construction plan and a post, you'll see on the, this is what's existing there now.
House there.
There was an existing house the years back that was torn down, and all that remains today is the garage and the driveway and the existing well. Just to back up though, for the record, my name was Alden Boschman from Keyland. I'm here today representing my client, Adam and Rebecca Osborne, and they own the property there at 11 Blue Jay Lane.
Something here.
So it's kind of clean cut, it was just a formality, honestly, because we fall into the 250-foot setback from Glen Lake, where we triggered shoreline protection, and so we are, you'll see
there sewer
setback
there?
lines. We showed the Goffstown's setback of 100 feet, and we purposely stayed out of that.
Feet.
But again, we had to, because we're within 250 feet, we triggered the state shoreline protection. So we are putting together.
State shoreland protection.
So we did put together an application to address those impacts. And so as
Wait a second.
discussed, we have
So
what's
the
existing on the
100-foot
left
setback
and
is
what's being proposed on the right. The
surface.
existing garage is going to be torn down. Some of the existing driveway will be used and reconfigured. The existing well will be reused. And you can see a new house being proposed with an attached garage. I also passed around some pictures
Oh, you know what?
that show the
That
site.
is very steep and it's very gravelly. It's very, how far is the house from that slope?
The house itself from the slope, you can see it's very flat up top and then it does slope off.
Steep there.
That slope is very, kind of sandy gravelly. It's a very steep slope that's not well, stabilized.
Yeah, you'll see in the pictures, if you take a look at the pictures, you can flip,
So how far
you
is
can flip over to page 3 of the pictures, and I'm showing, photo F is that slope that you're referring to, taken from the top of the slope looking down. So that's on page 3, photo F.
View of wooded area from proposed house looking toward lake, but at the lake's here and this is,
So the photo is looking from the back of the house down over the
This gives you
slope.
a better perspective of the slope.
that's
because
not the slope. It's steep.
Yeah,
It
it's,
is a steep slope, but it is walkable. There's a nice path that's
I
existing
see.
there now.
Right
that
here.
you can, I wouldn't say go down in a wheelchair, but, it's easy to walk.
I'm just, okay. So how far away is this from this?
Why are you here?
Only in that,
He wanted to come.
well,
It's outside the 100-foot.
well, it is, and so basically, but the thing is, the application still goes to the town. And what I didn't want to have happen.
Shoreline application.
Sewer
Yes,
down.
and so what I didn't want to have happen was the Conservation Commission to
didn't we
look
have
at it and have concerns. It's always best to be upfront.
Is this kind of where Mrs. Rose used to have her florist shop?
That's the lot to the left, I believe, there was a florist.
Yeah,
There was a set of greenhouses.
yeah,
right
Yeah.
here.
okay.
so this is on septic or on sewer?
It was originally on septic, it's gonna be on sewer now.
Sewer, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Does anybody have any question on this? I mean,
We don't care.
no,
We don't care.
I know, this thing,
I knew it was simple,
yeah. You just want our approval or just want to tell us?
The crack staff at DES will take care of the shoreline.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say that we don't care, I would say it was done right.
I would say it's done right, too.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure if there was any questions, when
Yeah,
you
thank
see
you.
it,
Better
that you
choice of
did it
words.
now.
I agree.
Okay,
We do care.
We do care.
Okay.
And we do thank you for bringing it to us.
okay,
So they have
thank you.
no issues.
And it's nice to see the pre and post.
We have no issues of concern.
No issues of
Okay,
concern.
maybe we
so
should,
just-
and this should go back too.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in.
I know
Yeah.
them. They keep flying out.
Wanting to make sure. No little problems.
I'll take any extras that anybody doesn't want.
All these.
Several places on High Street.
Is that part of the shoreline permit, the pictures that you distributed? Or is it in there?
They're in the package.
The package, the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I have everything to
You do.
say, so if you can give it back to them.
Just a question. So, since the slope is so steep, there's no thought at the moment to wall it?
Well, they couldn't do that without a permit from the
That
state.
would be a different issue.
I know, but sometimes
Oh, man, it would be a
people come in
monster
with
walk.
an after the fact or something like that. If that's the thought of these people, is like,
No, I'm sure it's
we
not,
can-
these people wouldn't do that.
By virtue of the fact that they're
do you
applying
know
for a
that?
shoreline permit, they know the process.
Okay.
They know that a permit's
Okay.
required. to-
There's no way they're going to put
It's
a
not
wall
gonna
in the
happen.
area.
We were gonna leave the slope alone.
Be more impervious.
Right.
He's got to grab that. Evelyn, you want to make sure he gets that?
Yes.
That one.
Oh, yeah. Did you want the ones with photos
I'd like to
too?
keep this.
Okay.
So he knows where he's walking
Okay.
the next time. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Alden.
Thank you very much.
Man, just destroying everything as he leaves.
So then I go back,
Sorry.
It's all right, someday we're going to put an S on Goffstown on that
I go back.
Oh, yeah.
display right there.
Yeah, that's bad.
somebody from
This will be interesting.
the other part of town wrote it.
Okay. We have, we're going back to the third one.
Back to the third.
Luke Nelson, applicant owner, is seeking a variance to remove existing trailer and rebuild a single-family home on a lot that's only has a half an acre, whereas 1 acre is required. Another variance is required in building the home within the inner 50 of 100-foot wetland and surface water conservation district buffer. This concerns section 4.3 and 13.3 and 13.3.3.5 of the Goffstown zoning ordinance. The property is located at 93 Mountain Road, map 4, lot 95, zone residential 1. I took a ride by. Did anybody else? Did you?
Yeah, I drive by it 2 or 3 times a day.
It took a while to find the trailer.
Well, no, I mean, you're right, because in the summertime, there's one section where you can see it. Other than that, it's blocked, but in the winter, it's, here it is.
So.
So is there a house there now or not?
Trailer.
It's just a trailer.
A
But
trailer,
it says to remove an existing house.
trailer.
Trailer
It-
house.
Yeah,
No, it says in rebuild a
Well,
single-family.
there's a picture here of a house.
it's not a house.
It's a double wide.
It's a red,
I don't think it's a double.
Trailer.
I think it's a single one.
it's a single wide, you're right.
Right.
And it's, has a lot of stuff in the yard, and I know they said they were going to tidy up the lot.
And they are working on it. They've been working on it for a while.
It's
They
very
have a long way to go.
small lot.
Wow.
Somewhere there are the dimensions of the trailer. Oh, I think it's on the tax, the assessors.
Yes, I think,
Yeah, they call it
well, I guess the
manufactured home.
picture does look like a house, doesn't it? It's not.
It says
Sure looks like
manufactured home.
Well, but,
Yeah.
so, boy, that's such, I mean, is that something, that goes to the,
Brook.
huh?
The brook. The brook by Narrow Road.
Broke the dam. Isn't that the same brook? with
Before
the
you turn
dam?
up Narrow,
Okay. Oh,
it's almost right at that corner.
Before you turn up where?
Narrow
There.
Road,
Go down the
off
road.
Mountain,
Remember where the dam
right where the
is?
dam and that little, used to be a little pond, but then it dried up.
Yep, yep,
Right.
It's
Dam.
right,
yeah.
right there, right, and a little B right there.
So,
and there's a house right up, or a trailer right up at the top there.
it's in the summertime,
You can't see it.
it's hard to see because of all the trees and stuff.
Okay,
There's
'cause
one
I
little
never-
opening where you can see. Otherwise, you just see a driveway and you don't really know what's there. I guess, Patty, I've got another question. The whole thing is still non-conforming
Yeah.
regardless of what we do, right?
Yeah, well, the lot is undersized, and if they're gonna build and not on the same foot, I mean, in the
Would they
same
have to build on
footprint.
the same footprint?
No.
Really? No?
There
I
is
thought-
water there, I think.
I'm
I'm
really
looking at the
I
texture.
thought things were grandfathered, but they had to go right on the same footprint.
That's usually how.
You sure that
Yeah,
that's?
by they're not asking to go on the same footprint.
No, they're asking to double their footprint.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like a natural disaster, they have up to 2 years to replace, like, I don't know if you consider it falling apart as a natural disaster. They can build on the same footprint.
I think we need a whole,
No, but the question is
Yeah.
that it's a non-conforming and then not,
Usually it's on the footprint.
it goes, usually you say, there's not really anything you can do because if they rebuild on that footprint. But to double it on,
Half acre.
yeah, I think that's an issue for,
But now,
That's-
Lot, but also in the district.
but I think it's mostly all going to be in the 50-foot.
Well, the whole thing
The
is,
whole-
what I want to point out is that they do have town water. If they had water and sewer, they're allowed to build on half an acre.
In that district, right?
They don't
In
The
that
residential one.
one.
But because they don't have, they only have one and not the other, they're required the full acre.
So where's their septic?
I'm sure that'd be required as part of their granting of a variance at the septic. They have to have septic approval. There's some people, like when they want to build a two-family or an accessory, they have to redo the septic design. The ZBA usually says, you need to have septic approval from the state. I mean, that's part of a building permit, too.
But this
I don't know if there was one already existing. I don't know.
I don't believe there's enough information on here to make a decision. Because, I mean, it does show the house moving here and the trailer is there. And,
They need to come in and present this.
right.
Well, I did contact them. Your comment is relative to them building in the buffer, not on the variance for, nor would not come to you for them to build on an undersized lot.
Right.
That's the ZBA.
So,
Right.
The buffer.
the buffer.
The buffer is what it comes to you for
Right,
a
because-
comment on.
So how much in the buffer are they? Is there,
100%.
The whole thing.
How can you tell?
This is, this is a picture here.
I'm trying to look at this little map here.
I mean, you can pass
Well,
this
if
around. This is the back of
if
the
it's
text.
158 feet along
I
the
didn't see that
longest line of their property,
And it-
not the line that runs along McFarland Road, that's the deepest part of the lot that only goes about,
Not McFarland, you look at the right picture.
I mean, excuse me, Mountain. That's the deepest part of the lot where they've got the house situated, and then it gets narrower and narrower.
Right, it goes,
So therefore, I mean, the whole house is probably in the setback because, well, 25 feet off the side lot line.
Well, it says, does that say 40 feet from the back of the house to the, is that the brook or the wet? It doesn't really show whether
Yeah,
that's a
John
setback or
was
that's
saying
a
it was 40
wet.
feet.
40 feet.
from the back of the house to the,
To the, I don't know whether it's to the water itself, or the brook?
Yeah, no, I think that's a brook that runs through
so
there,
the,
yeah.
the back of the house would be 40 feet.
Purple and green in this.
I don't know. I didn't,
Colored one.
I wasn't even here when this came in. I'm getting this
Well,
again, the same as you.
I think what
And
we're
we talked
saying
to
is
John,
we just
Mark.
probably should have.
I don't know if it's flood.
I think
Could
they
be the
should
flood
come in.
zone.
Because I don't think we,
Yeah, sure as hell aren't the setbacks, because they're not even.
see, that's supposed
It's
to
like
be the
there's a
trailer.
layer upon a layer in that photo.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is in the
Because usually the
100 foot.
green's the buffer.
I'll buy that.
If you look at the other ones that we had, there's,
I can't tell anything from this. I'd like to see a site.
like this is one that's showing the buffer.
I'd like to see a site plan. I know exactly where the house is
That
going,
on
the
that
driveway,
one,
the
that's the
septic.
buffer.
Right.
I mean, it's all within,
It's all within the 100.
so I'd like
So
to know
the
where all this
purple,
stuff
I'm-
is.
I don't know if it's
Well, I
another
think
layer that
actually
they
it
put on
also,
that it
the
could be.
topography too. I mean, is that a completely flat He's,
I have to go online to look at what they do.
well,
Well, there's something where the
Like
house
the
is,
flood,
this
It's a
flood.
floodway.
well, I think that we have to, I think
Is that
it's
an A?
better.
No, they're different. This is a different applicant. I was just showing you. Yeah.
Very a little different.
No, and I think that is, because
I
it's
knew what it
saying
was, so I
A.
was okay. but-
Because the floodways are like A, B, C, so I think this is a floodway.
I'd like to have something, be nice to have
It
something
needs to be cleaned up.
happen.
Which means
No, it'd
it
be
just
very
means he has
nice
to build it to
except,
standards. There are a lot of people that are in the floodway that they have to build to
You ought to
standards
go
of
design
flood.
a house of some sort that would fit in there, or we can grant.
But you can always make a recommendation that you'd like them to come and to explain before you give a
A
recommendation.
plan that we can understand.
Right, better.
Right. And
I did call him, I also emailed him.
so they just purchased this fairly recently?
I'm thinking they did, because the owner does not reside there. He lives in
No, he lives
Manchester.
in, I saw his address
Yeah, I
is
think so,
Manchester.
Because people have been working there cleaning stuff
They've been
up.
trying to clean it up.
Collis, this isn't one of the lots the town sold, is it? No. Okay.
It does need to be cleaned up, and I'm sure he's been, there's a lot of stuff
I hear lots of questions and no answers.
for the children. Okay,
Oh, boy.
take care of that one.
So you don't have a recommendation? You like the applicant to come in and explain
Come back
before you
with
make a
a
recommendation?
plan, like, so we have an idea where the septic's going to be, and, you know,
The applicant to come in.
Better understanding where the house is on the lot.
and what the house would, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Minutes.
Okay.
We need to have approval of the minutes. August 10th. Anybody want to make a motion on those, or they have any corrections? Want to make a motion to accept them?
I move to accept the minutes of August 10.
Okay, somebody want to second it?
Second.
Seconds, all those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain?
I wasn't here, so.
Okay,
I abstain. Wasn't there.
we had 3 abstentions.
We all missed a real good meeting.
We abstain.
We had David, Susan, and Karen.
That's why it was short.
Hey, don't give away
Okay,
all the,
Budget,
okay.
Karen?
Thank you all from reading the minutes. You rolled over the CD. That's good, and we haven't spent all our money, so if there are more land purchases, I think we're good to go.
Okay, and that may be happening soon. You never know. Okay, correspondence, we have an email.
Oh.
Yes,
Excuse me,
Sorry.
it says we need a vote on the milfoil in the budget.
we did that.
You did that?
Oh, that's, I
Okay.
should have took that out,
We did
sorry.
that.
Okay.
But if, since we're speaking, just mentioned milfoil, I had it at the end of the meeting, but do we need to do something to help the waterways so they can apply for their grant for next year? Is there something that should be done this time of the year? Because I know last year they were behind, and that's why they had trouble with their grant. And I would like not to have that happen again. I mean, what do we need to do to give them a hand? What, does Amy need to do the,
Just give them a heads up that there's a time frame when it comes to those grants.
now does Amy have to go out and do a mapping first? Does anybody know? Nobody knows?
Usually she goes out, helps them along with the grant process. and
I know
looks
she
at
helped
it,
them with the
but-
grant process, but did she have to map it out where they needed to do hand pulling and where they needed to do chemical?
Wow, does she have to do that every year? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but
Every couple of years?
So just maybe email, I can
Yeah.
email them,
Can you mail,
Just give them a heads up.
and,
say, and a heads up
and
that they need to
also-
look at it.
let's look into the mill pond and the river?
Well, you're saying ask Amy.
And I'll include Amy
is
in it.
Smagula?
Yeah.
That,
That river, okay.
can she give us a heads up as to what the requirement, or
So that
what,
we can help make
Right.
sure that things move along?
as to what needs to be done for next year?
Yeah, because I know they're, well,
And
you know,
timeline for next year.
Yep, I can email.
I just would like not to have that happen again, if at all possible. Okay, we have an email from Kim, and she resigned as a member of Conservation Commission, and we want to thank her for serving on our board, and it was nice to have a
We should,
wetland
we should
person.
prepare a letter. We should prepare a letter thanking her for years of service.
An email from New Hampshire Community Rights Network asking for support for the resolution supporting local self-government and the rights of nature in regards to concerns with the NED pipeline project threatening the ecology system. New Hampshire State Forestry.
Project's
yeah.
dead.
What's that?
The project is
Isn't
dead.
Did that
I
die?
thought that was gone.
Any deep, that's dead, yeah, that's not gone.
Great.
It's an email that came in, and I was told to forward you. I thought I forwarded it all to you guys because it was very lengthy.
Okay, and the New Hampshire DES wetland permits for map 6, lot 36-1-1, GPS Property, Inc. Wetlands utility notification for PSNH, Eversource Energy, and that's wetland, this letter from Best Management Rules for groundwater protection, and wetlands on-site certificate permit, 2016-01903 for Steve Bush, map 3, lot 26 and 27, Addison Road.
That's the one that did the subdivision, that you guys, that they had the driveways.
Okay,
That's part of their
that's part of
process.
it. Yeah. Okay, now we have...
Is anybody interested in going to the annual NHACC?
When is it?
November 8th or 12th or November, somewhere right in there.
Yeah,
And it's not at Runlet School this year, it's at Pembroke Academy, I believe.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice place.
Just wonder if anybody's interested in going, we'd need to approve the money.
money to pay for the... Is anybody interested right now? Have to check calendars.
I've checked my calendar.
Okay.
I might be available.
Okay, we have,
That's in November, so we could
You got plenty
approve
of time.
funding to pay for it in October.
plan review, these are 3 new ones that have come in. Map 12, lot 14 and 15, completeness review, subdivision review, hearing for a proposed lot line adjustment between the 2 lots. The property is located on Montalona Road and owned by the estate of Real Hill Martell, CO Tumblin Gosselin Estate, zone agricultural. And David, you know
David
anything?
can help me with that one.
Well, yeah, well, I just want to mention after we do these, just a minute or two for open space. so. Important stuff there.
Okay. Do we need to, we don't even need to look at that, do we?
What? Yeah, well, you get, the planning board, like, as part of technical review, conservation gets copies of the plans, and if there's any issues of concern, they like me to pass them off to the planning board. So the first one is a lot line adjustment. As part of Mr. Martell's will, I believe he was leaving land to the New
The
Hampshire
Forestry Society.
Forest Society, and that's part of that's
Oh,
the first one that you're looking at. So the big parcel is supposed to be given to them, and the little parcel, which will be this,
This one
will
here.
be the
yeah.
house.
The house
So
was...
that's what that is.
think we
That's actually
kinda
what
knew.
was planned, the 5.229 acre lot
That-
is split off, and everything else
Goes to
is
Forestry
joined
Society.
together and goes to the Forest Society.
So I'm assuming you'd want to pass off that you support the lot line adjustment.
Yes, yes. If somebody make that motion quick.
I make a motion that we
Jamie
are
Dave
in
should.
overwhelming support of
Right.
this lot line adjustment and looking forward to the conservation
Yes.
Great.
project.
Somebody want to second that?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining?
That's the quickest plan review.
Well, you're right. Okay, the next one
It'll be
is...
bigger.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Map
Now, this goes back to you, though. You want.
Yeah, these are the plan board hasn't ever seen these. I just steal them, bring them down.
Okay, the
Yep.
next one is map 6, lot 1 and 2, and 1 and 4, completeness review, site plan review, hearing for proposed storage facilities on each lot, 8 storage buildings on lot 1 and 2, totaling 46,800 square feet, and 6 buildings on Lot 1 through 4, totaling 24,800 square feet. The property is located on Goffstown Back Road, Tower Lane, and owned by Dual Family Properties LLC, Zone Commercial Industrial Flex. Hollis, isn't this a long time ago we
walked
talked
this a
about this?
long time ago.
Way
They
back.
cleared it then.
Well,
Didn't
we
they clear it? Or the- yeah.
But didn't we talk about storage a long, long time ago, too? You were hoping
We were
storage,
talking about all sorts of stuff. I think.
Yeah.
They had a warehouse at one time.
because they can't bring trucks in at certain hours, but this
On the
thing...
back road,
Well,
Manchester
that's
wasn't
been
allowed.
relaxed, yeah. Yeah. So now we're starting to see some activity here because of that.
Good.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
So we are looking at this, and this is where the Dunkin' Donut is going to be going.
That front part was really dry. The wet came way in
The
the back.
wet is over to the
Front was
side,
in
and
the-
way in back, there was like a
That
pond.
was really,
Right,
This is right across the street from the daycare.
right, that was right up front.
But you,
that
they're on
gravel
two
pit.
separate lots. So the first lot you're looking at that's close to the road is 1-4, so you may want to look at 1-2 if you think there was, which you have to go further into this packet, because then he does the other
Okay,
section.
and this,
Dunkin' Donuts, that one was going in the lot across from it, right there, the 1-3.
I'm
that
I'm
Dunkin' Donut,
sorry, I'm confused. Why exactly are we looking at this? We looked at this before, and it's only now being
was a
acted
long
on, or
time ago.
what's going on?
This is the first time a storage
this is the
unit has
first
been
time this one
proposed.
has come up.
First plan.
We had a storage unit proposed off of Mass Road.
Why is there no one here to make a presentation on such a big?
Because it came in on Friday, and as part of it, I bring it in for you to review, and if you want them to come in to make a presentation, you can request them to come in.
I do.
You do?
This
And
thing,
donate?
this.
Okay, so if they're going to come in and do a presentation, there's no sense going through it,
Yeah.
correct?
I don't want to review it unless there's
I can
somebody
tell
here to
them
answer
that
questions.
that's what you want.
Okay. Might as well
okay, so we don't look at it now.
go and look at it.
Okay.
Takes care of that one.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
Here, I'll take that.
There is a pond in back there, but I think it might have been a man-made pond or something.
I don't know if
wasn't
it's
that-
near, lot 1-2 is the other lot it was on.
Was that an old gravel
Really, really
pit?
wet.
Yeah, what-
They get down below the surface?
I don't know, there's been a lot of rooting around out there, you know, that's where the towers are.
The towers.
Yeah, no, I know, it just looks like, it looks as though it could have been an old gravel pit, I don't know, years and years ago.
It's pretty bony.
Well, that's what and then maybe with the ponds or
There used to be,
they got
there used to
below
be a
the.
bond right where
Well,
the
if you look at
towers
the
are. so it
last
was
section, I didn't see
farmland.
if there's any wetlands. I don't know if there is or not. Do you
Okay.
guys want to look at it, or you don't want to look at it at all?
No, so-
Presentation.
Yeah, not unless
for
somebody's here to
something
answer
that-
questions.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense.
All right. Yeah, no, this all came in on Friday.
Okay,
Okay, we got another one here, too.
okay, so
It's,
this is going to go.
Map 34, lot 88, completeness review, site plan review hearing, proposed plumbing business expansion of use on lot by adding 1,600 square foot warehouse building along with existing 1,606 square foot office building on Fletcher Mountain, USA LLC, located on Church Street, Zone Village Commercial.
This is right out in the back parking lot.
Right in back.
This is the old fire garage,
We can do a site walk right now.
Oh, that one. Oh,
sitting up on the
Yeah, yeah,
stilts
yeah.
out here.
yeah.
It's
You know, I wasn't aware it was going to be two-story.
So he moved the garage, correct?
Yep.
And then he's going to put a second storage up overhead?
Looks like it.
It is already on the second story.
Well, it's
It wasn't
propped up
originally,
right
but it's
now.
it's sitting up on
It's on
cribs.
cribs,
It
yeah.
used to, didn't it used to hold the old
Fire
tanker?
engine, the old fire engine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to it? The DA Taggart?
This is it. Oh, the fire
The
engine?
fire
Yeah.
engine used to
They're-
be
They're
in
storing
there.
it somewhere, they're gonna,
Used to be in that building,
it
right?
did, yeah. In storage somewhere.
Okay. No, I just wondered,
So he's creating more of an intense use of his lot by adding that, and also there's a plumbing business and,
In the little
there's like,
roundhouse?
there's trucks there.
Yeah.
It's gonna involve parking issues and stuff, so staff told him he needed to have a site plan.
so this building
So
is
this-
next to the little round building?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the front area where the people park from the beauty
This is
salon.
existing, right?
Yeah, there's, this is the round building.
existing commercial.
And then they're proposing to put in a
That's-
two-story
Oh, yeah, I see the
warehouse.
shape. Okay, that's.
It's there.
And then proposed location of a two-story warehouse.
Warehouse.
And he must have known he was doing, he had that.
Well, it's already there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had it moved before they started the fire station.
Yeah, the selectmen gave him permission
To
to
move
move it there, but they got to come into the planning board to get approval for whatever the site's going to be ultimately be developed into.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
read that in your minutes, too.
Right.
But the,
Portrayed to us, it was only going to be moved over there and then rehabilitated, not made into a two-story
I
warehouse.
think I read it like it was, I read it like it was being
Imagine
preserved.
that.
What?
Exactly.
I read it like
Yeah.
it was being the old, and it was being preserved.
So that's the
Yeah.
little garage that was by the fire station? It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah,
two
the old-
stories?
Come back, yeah.
So why do we care about it?
It was
I was going to say,
actually,
the fact is,
was
we,
actually a Boy Scout
There's
project to
nothing.
house
there's no
The
water.
DA Taggart.
the DA.
Yeah.
It's really
You
would
could just
be a-
say we have no environmental concerns, if you want to
Yes.
not
Oh,
make a
but we
comment on
do.
it.
We have no,
Look at all the dumpsters.
there's no wetlands concerns.
Yeah, no wetland concerns. But
You see one dumpster.
See, one
That's what
dumpster.
I see, is
Where are
one
the
dumpster.
dumpster enclosure, where's the other dumpster? And then somewhere it said there was going to be an office space,
That's in the existing offices already there.
The little round building?
Brown building.
That's
but then the
office.
parking is nowhere near the round building.
They'd have to take that little hill out, wouldn't they? The mountain?
But they're going to have to walk through the two-story warehouse. I mean, this,
That's storing
That's not our
stuff.
concern.
I think so, too. Two-story warehouse.
I don't, that's the thing, Karen, none of,
I couldn't tell anything
that,
from
these
this
are all
here.
planning board issues. That's all high and dry over there, there's nothing.
there's nothing, no.
It's not, no,
So there's, in terms of a conservation thing, there's really,
it's the brooks across the street
I mean,
by the church.
Yep.
yeah, if
Right.
nothing else, we'd talk about landscaping.
The only real loss is my shortcut from the town parking lot to the post office.
Yeah.
I'll have to walk out to the sidewalk now.
So do you want to make some
It's
sort of
important
motion that
consideration.
you have no,
I think no areas of concern, that
Okay.
just,
you
Yeah.
you making that as a
A
motion? that one?
motion, that one? Okay. Seconded?
No issues or concerns?
right.
Seconded? Those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Abstaining?
Sure.
Okay.
that was very half-hearted, but
It's
anyway.
such a horrible eyesore.
I know.
Well, I think Collis's comment is, I mean,
I think it may,
there's hope at some point that the,
it may
something will
not be
happen,
two
that the,
stories, maybe?
that the selectmen are supposed to be reviewing things, but this guy's not wanting to move on it right now.
Does it make it a bigger eyesore if it's 2 stories?
Yeah, it'll be
See it
high.
further.
This is,
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sorry.
Okay, do we have anything else that
Yes, we
anybody
do.
brings?
Yes.
Okay, David.
I just want to make sure that we have the next meeting because we know we will be coming to talk about the potential open space project or two. And we'll probably have members of PLC here to address it. So I just want to make sure that you'll be on the agenda. I wish I could tell you more right now, but there's a couple more details.
wow,
Is that it?
That's it.
David,
I have one thing. Do you want to do a booth for the pumpkin regatta? I got called and asked yesterday.
All those in favor?
when is,
We'll be
when
there.
is, when is that?
15th and 16th.
I can, not this weekend, but the next one.
I think it's fine if you want to take a break.
Okay. All those abstaining?
I have no intention of.
It's not this year.
Not this year.
Not this year. I just had to
Discuss
ask.
again next year. Okay.
The pumpkins this year.
No, the pumpkins are very scarce this year.
Oh,
They
no,
don't have any
no.
pumpkins? What are they?
I think they're gonna have
They're gonna have canoes? What are they gonna do?
With those great
Oh, they
big
don't have
ones?
the big ones.
The big
No,
ones
big
for the,
ones.
oh,
It's very,
oh.
because Debbie's really happy that they got some big ones out of the, not big, but bigger than they expected, because no water.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the whole thing, the pumpkins.
Right.
People won't come if there's no
No
pumpkins.
pumpkins for the Pumpkin Fest.
Maybe we could have the mini
Shipped in?
pumpkin festival.
Yeah, we'll still have the pumpkin chucking and all that other stuff, I'm sure, but the regatta, not looking good.
Oh, that's only in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, then that's another good reason why we're
That's
abstaining.
another, while we're abstaining. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, anybody want to make a
So when
motion?
is our next meeting going to be?
It's the regular time, 4 week, the 4th.
Okay.
I think it's the 28th or something.
26th, I think.
26th or 28th or something like that.
October 26th.
October.
Okay.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion to observe?
Motion to-
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, just have to wait a minute.
Okay.